Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Chaos 120 live stream. I am your MC for this evening, Scooby331. We have the usual gang with us tonight, and we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to give everyone their intro because we have a lot to cover tonight, and I'd really like to get into the topics.
I can't hold it in anymore.
That scared the hell out of me. Okay, there's a delay, and all right. I really thought it was my doppelganger. He came back for me again. All right. Well, so at least we got the technical difficulties out right out of the gate, so it's done. All right, I'm going to give everyone a quick intro, and we're going to keep going with this.
Doppelgangers hate mothballs. Put mothballs around to keep the doppelgangers away.
Wow.
All right, we have tonight on our panel, we have Irving Twin.
What's up?
We have Purposeful Discussion.
I'm a dolphin.
We have Sweeper Steve.
Chatelet.
We have, as always, the lovely Sylvanas with us.
Guten Tag.
And, of course, as always, the man whose voice is contributing to the rising birth rate in the Southwest. We have the next 6 minutes.
Damn straight, brother.
And, of course, we have the asshole in the corner of the screen. That's me. So, let's go into it. I believe Six has some really awesome stories tonight. It sounds like it's going to be a good night.
I do. The lovely state of Florida has blessed us with much bounty. The harvest shall be great.
Stop laughing.
God bless Florida.
Indeed.
Miss Colleen Bernier has brought us some lovely topics here to talk about tonight, and all of them have to deal with a place where so many wonderful citrus fruits grow.
Because of a triangle. Pretty sure that's why.
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle, sucks all the sanity out into sea. And if this thing can
Load.
come on without blaring some idiotic ad in my ears, then we'll get right on to it. And it looks like it might actually be cooperative.
Sweet.
That's a shock.
But I will try not to break character should there be some sort of interruption. Ah, good. It gave me the option to pause. You know how rare that is with these things?
Yeah, I bet.
Okay. Newly released dashcam video shows an Escambia County deputy intentionally ramming his police cruiser into his wife's home. The incident happened last November, but the state's attorney's office recently made the video public. Deputy Timothy Taylor can be seen in the video reversing out of the driveway as a woman stood in the doorway of the home before going inside and shutting the door. Taylor parked the cruiser in the middle of the street for about a minute before accelerating full speed towards the home. Taylor slammed into the front door as broken chunks of the home's exterior fell onto the hood of the police cruiser. Taylor admitted to being under the influence of prescription drugs at the time of the crash and said he tried to commit suicide because of marital problems, according to the WPMI report. Taylor pleaded no contest to DUI and criminal mischief charges and was sentenced to 2 years of probation. Well, there are certainly easier ways to commit suicide than ramming the front of your ex's house with your police cruiser.
Yes, but thankfully he did it because it's much more entertaining for us.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, man, indeed.
Thank you, Florida, for bringing this wonderful story. And, of course, our field reporter, Colleen Bernier, for scouting it out for us.
But we're not buying that, right? Like, he wasn't trying to kill himself. He was just trying to smash his wife or fuck up the house or something, right?
Yeah.
You got to be going way faster than you can get up to from the middle of the street to the front fucking door to die in a car crash.
That's great. God bless Florida.
Florida it has rich, fertile soil where our kind of chaos it grows up out of the ground like so much
it's
swamp.
not our kind of chaos. It's a different form of chaos that we poke fun at.
True. True.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear another Florida man story?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bring
hell
it
yeah, these are
on.
great.
Florida man bitten by his pit bull after telling it to attack police.
Good doggy. Did I say that out loud?
A man instructed his pit bull to attack police officers in Florida, but the dog turned on him, according to local reports. Police in Rivera Beach, Florida, are investigating a burglary when they saw Avery Davis, 26, who matched their description of the suspect, according to the Palm Beach Post. Davis was with his pit bull and was carrying... Okay, I'm going to read this very slowly because this is ridiculous. Davis was with his pit bull and was carrying hair care products. I don't know why that matters. I don't know why this is in the article, but it's there.
It's Florida, man. It has to be.
Yeah. He was told by cops to lay on the ground, and he complied while hugging his dog. But after a few moments, he changed his mind and yelled at officers. "Y'all gonna have to kill us," he said to police before running off with the animal, according to the Post. Davis was hit with a stun gun and fell to the ground. He got up and ran off and let go of his dog before pointing at the officers and saying, "Kill him, boy, kill him." The paper reported. The dog instead attacked Davis, biting him in the buttocks and attempted to bite his head. He ran into an apartment complex to hide, the police report said. Later, he was found hiding under an SUV. He was hospitalized before being released into police custody, according to the New York Daily News. Davis was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement officer and a count of resisting an officer with violence. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lord. Animal rights group PETA said that pit bulls are the most abused dogs on earth, which is kind of true. Pit bulls are left at shelters in record numbers, and since they are difficult to adopt out, reputable shelters that don't slam the door in the dogs' faces are finding that they must euthanize more pit bulls and pit bull mixes and all other dogs combined. Well, that's because idiots tend to want to. This is like the dog of choice of idiots. I know
And
about
not only that, it's also a lot of cities and counties have banned them. So even if a place could like take one, sometimes they can't actually adopt them out.
Right.
Well, in New York State, the standing policy is the police have the right to shoot a pit bull, Rottweiler, or Doberman on site if they feel threatened.
Jesus.
They actually told me last summer I had a cop. I actually I told him he was a skinhead cop too. I told him get the fuck out because I didn't invite him in, and he put his foot across the threshold and he goes. He was looking for my nephew, and he says, "If there's a Rottweiler downstairs, we're gonna have to kill it." I said, "You know what? Do me a favor. I didn't invite you to the house. Get out." But that is the law here. They'll shoot your dog on site. They have the right to do it.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people they'll register their pit bulls as English Terriers to avoid them being able to kill it on site. That's the way you have to do it.
Them.
And it's hardly the dog's fault because violent, aggressive idiots are the ones who are.
The dog is how it's trained.
It is a reflection of the owners, and unfortunately, a lot of cases the owners are pieces of shit.
Yeah, true, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a case like
really
this,
I hate to say this. No, yes. I hate to say this and really rain on everyone's parade. PETA wasn't correct with what they said. The most abused dog is not a pit.
Isn't it a Chihuahua?
No, it's pugs. See,
yeah, that's it.
I hate talking about this because I had pugs and it bothers me. But what they do with the fighting dogs, they use pugs.
You use pugs and puppies.
Yeah, well, pugs specifically because they can take more abuse and more of a beating. So when they want them to learn how to kill, that's what they throw to them as pugs. So I don't think Peter's aware of that, but yeah.
So when Michael Vick goes to hell, he's going to be devoured by an army of pugs every night.
I really hope so. You know, he's the reason I disowned the Jets. As soon as they hired him, I didn't burn anything. I gave it all to my nephew because I said, "Are you disowning Jets?" He said, "No, they're my team." I said, "Okay." Hey, I gave him something like 20 hats, a couple of different jerseys. I haven't watched football since. I was a Jets fan. They should never have hired the dog killer.
Yeah.
And I mean, with this story in particular, you can see that this was not a dog that was trained with, say, a firm hand. This is a dog that was trained with violence and dominance. And as soon as he realized this guy, he's not dominant, they are. He sided with them.
Yep.
Like,
his affiliation changed once he figured out who the alpha dog truly was in the situation. And it wasn't that dumbass.
Good doggy.
There has been a leadership change, and I'm about to express my my new loyalty.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Dogs are packs. They run with packs, and if you are the pack leader, they will follow you.
Yeah. But a more uplifting story. Florida man claiming to be Jesus flashes Lowe's customer, police say. Terry Brothers, 52, arrested in Palm Bay. Palm Bay, Florida.
I want to see that.
There's no store discount great enough to. Though he is the Messiah, so.
Still don't want to see it. Don't care how holy it is.
Yeah, I kind of like the new skill saw, but I don't know. There's sort of torn there between my religious devotion and my desire for heavily discounted power tools.
If I want to see a penis, I go look at a mushroom.
Palm Bay, Florida. A Palm Bay man claiming to be Jesus Christ flashed his customers at Lowe's, according to police. Terry Wayne Brothers, 52, was arrested Thursday after he was found in his underwear outside the Lowe's on Malabar Road. When police asked him what he was doing, he would only say, "I am Jesus Christ." A woman called 911 saying she saw a naked man shaking his private parts at passing cars for about 20 minutes before he put on his underwear on. Well, he was just he was wanting to bless the cars with his holy junk.
I wonder if he did the sign of the cross.
Oh shit!
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Get out of my head again. Thank you for that.
Brothers faces misdemeanor charges of exposure of sexual organs.
I will seek revenge now.
We have more Florida man stories. Holy.
Oh.
Okay.
Speaking of Florida man, I was watching Live BT right before I got on, and they were in somewhere in Florida, and this lady was fighting with her next door neighbor over her cats that she lets run free throughout the whole neighborhood. And the neighbors just like recently moved, and the damn lady was like batshit crazy to the point the cops are like, "You're fucking stupid." Straight up said that to her. I about died laughing. I'm like, this is why everybody loves Florida.
Yeah. Tallahassee. The Florida Senate's top Democratic leader, Jeff Clemens, resigned Friday after admitting to having an affair with a lobbyist during the last legislative session. Wah, wah, wah. Saying that repairing his personal life was impossible while serving in the high-profile role. Effective today, I am resigning from the Florida Senate, Clemens said in a statement Friday. I have made mistakes I am ashamed of, and for the past 6 months, I have been focused. Does this remind you of somebody? A certain televangelist in the late 1980s, Tom, what was his name? Baker? Jim Baker. Is it Tom Baker or Jim Baker? I can't remember. His name is Baker. Jim Baker. Yeah. I have sinned. Let's see.
Oh yeah, he was the one that got caught with the prostitute at a Motel 6 or something.
Yeah, that was him. Let's see. But it is clear to me that the task is impossible to finish while in elected office. The process won't allow it, and the people of Florida deserve better. Well, no shit. All women deserve.
Are you
All
sure
women
Florida deserves better? I mean, it's Florida.
Yeah, that's true. They're in the conflict. All women deserve respect, and by my actions, I feel I have failed that standard. I have to do better. Clemens, a Lake Worth political consultant, acknowledged an affair with former Martin County lobbyist Devin West in a statement first reported by Politico Florida. Clemens, who is 47, married, was charged with leading the election efforts of Senate Democrats in 2018. Democrats won a significant victory in September when Annette Tadeo defeated Republican State Representative Jose Felix Diaz in the Miami district formerly held by Republican Frank Artiles. Artiles resigned in late April after racially tinged tirade against two black legislators in a Tallahassee bar. Sort of like Michael Richards on stage with the hecklers.
Yeah.
Artiles was forced to Artiles was forced to apologize on the Senate floor, but resigned when the Herald Times reported that he used his political committee to hire as consultants a former Hooters calendar girl and a Playboy model with no political experience. I tried to date a former Hooters girl myself. That didn't turn out too well. Let's see. Yeah. Incoming Senate President Bill Galvano, a Bradenton Republican, said of Clemens' resignation, "I think he made the right decision. My thoughts are with his family." The rumor about Clemens' affair had been circulating for months in the state capitol, where married lawmakers are apart from their families for months at a time and are wined and dined in the college town full of young and ambitious legislative aides and lobbyists.
Hold on. He's talking about repairing his personal life, and he can't do. Is banging a lobbyist not like an extreme conflict of interest?
Well, you
What the
see,
fuck?
in idiot world, how it works is the normal person would see as a conflict of interest is just a form of interest.
An interesting form of interest. With much, much interestingness. Which is not a word, but today it is. Let's see.
Have you heard the SJWs talk? I mean, you read those articles, they make their own shit up.
It's true.
Many believe the power dynamics are rife for abuse by those in power. It's complete sexual harassment, said Representative Carlos Trujillo, a Miami Republican recently appointed by President Donald Trump to be U.S. Ambassador of the Organization of American States. Any person who has sex with a subordinate, even if it's consensual, it's sexual harassment. It's a person in authority using that authority to take advantage of people. Monica Lewinsky. Trujillo predicted that Clemens' resignation will make many others in the state's capital city worry. There's a lot of people who are going to be concerned, he said. Clemens told friends he had discussed the matter with his wife, and the couple had entered counseling. Though they have been aware for some time now, I apologize again for my wife and my family and anyone and everyone that I have treated poorly in the past for putting you through this in such a public way, he said. I will continue the therapy I began months ago and will seek to personally apologize to anyone I have wronged while seeking forgiveness. I will spend my time being a better husband and father.
I think I'm getting a cold again.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know what?
I will miss.
Like? Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Please, this guy's giving me cancer, so go ahead and.
Fire.
No, I was just saying. I'm listening to this. You know what it sounds like, Sweeper? Do you remember a few years ago? Oh God, it's got to be at least over a decade now. I think it was either your governor or one of your assemblymen over there in Jersey. He said the same exact speech, but it turned out the intern he was fucking around with was a guy.
Yeah, I think I remember that, man.
Yeah, I only remember it because the radio station around by us, KTU, You remember when KTU was doing that thing? They had his whole speech on, and they were playing. It was really fucked up. Nowadays, they'd be taken off the air for it. They were playing in the background ABBA's "Dancing Queen," "Macho Man" by YMCA. But they did like this whole mix, and I was just thinking about it, listening to this. It just reminded me of that. I'd like to see if I can find that. We'll talk about that off stream because we'll go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. He digs his grave even deeper here.
Oh,
I will miss striving to make Florida a better place for people, especially those with less of a voice. But I am confident that others will step up to continue this fight. Again, I apologize for those of you whom I have disappointed and wish you all the best of luck. According to the Politico report, which relied on unnamed sources, West came into possession of Clemens's Apple laptop and gained access to all his contacts and personal information, and then informed his wife of the tryst. Well, you know, that's why they have password protection. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Sorry, me and Iron's kind of fighting in chat. Don't mind us.
In an effort to retrieve the laptop, which was his personal property, Clemens reached out to Senator Jack Latvala, a Clearwater Republican in front of Clemens. According to Politico, West left the laptop at the concierge desk at the Tennyson condominium where she lives. When Clemens couldn't pick up the laptop before this concierge left for the day at 6 p.m., he asked Senate Democratic leader Oscar Brannan of Miami Lakes, who also lives at the Tennyson during the session, to pick it up for him. So he left a laptop full of sensitive information that could cost him his career and his reputation. Just left it out there. That's insane. Okay. Senator Clemens acknowledged. What's that?
Do you remember what I was telling Irene just a little bit ago about these people and their logic? What makes logical sense to us think the opposite. What would be the logic? So leaving sensitive stuff open would make sense to them, right?
Yeah. For those who want to understand the sense that these guys are using, so try to think of like normal, sane, sober logic, and think drunk college chick logic. That chasm of difference. Okay, drunk college guy.
That's sexist.
Or drunk college non-binary Claymore kin. Burnside does it this much better.
Yeah, he's always fast with those. I am like, what the hell? How did you do that in split seconds? No.
I am convinced the guy wakes up every morning and rehearses it in the mirror.
Writes them down, has them on hand for just in case. I was just thinking, yeah, that's how I should do it.
carries around the note cards.
Oh yeah, the way fucking rappers have their little pad and they write down every little thing that comes to mind. He's got one, but it's all just those non-binary otherkin. Oh,
I totally forgot I was actually in this chat. I thought I was just watching the stream.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
And that's why we love you.
Clacking away on Discord, shooting zombies in the face.
That's why we love you.
I thought I was the airhead.
Hey, Sick, have you seen the footage yet of when me and Burnside got confronted by the cops in D.C.? I didn't realize I had the camera on, and I filmed the whole incident when they're talking to us.
I have not seen that.
You have to see it because the look on these cops' faces is priceless. He's having a completely blunt, honest conversation with these cops, and they look completely bewildered. Like they don't know, like they're looking at each other like they don't know how to react to it.
Was he in his Juggalo makeup?
I don't think he had the makeup on at that point, but he was wearing the whole outfit with the hat and everything, and he had all his canteens and shit clanking around. And he's just talking to these cops, and he's being completely honest with them, and they're all looking at each other, and they're looking at me, and at one point I even say to the cops, I said, "Hey, don't look at me, I got nothing to say to you." And but you got to see the video. I think Diogenes has it on his channel. It's priceless. The look on their face. I think about like 5 or 6 cops, and they all have a collective "what the fuck" expression. Like it sounds Burnside.
Oh, I could just imagine, man.
There's this last little bit, and then I'll
Hi, Pox.
move on to the next one.
Toxic.
What up,
Righty-ho.
Pops?
Not much. I got caught up in watching Stranger Things, so I'm late.
Nice. How is it?
So far there's shadow demons and crazy pollywog monsters, so pretty good.
I have a boner.
When do you not?
Occasionally.
Do you need me to rack my slide a couple of times?
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Get you all hot and bothered.
Toxic.
And
Drinking
now
your
our
sleep.
stream is triple X.
Triple X.
What am I walking in on? What are you guys talking about tonight?
Florida man.
Florida man has blessed us with much bounty.
Indeed.
Let's see. The last little bit is this. Senator Clemens acknowledged his poor judgment and for hurting those he cares about. Branyan said Friday. He has apologized first and foremost to his family and did the same to his constituents and colleagues. And of course, everything was made so much better after that.
No, look, I can't blame politicians. Like, I don't care if they're people in power or whatever for having sex. Like that's not a thing that really bothers me. It doesn't strike me as flawed judgment. People have sex. Like it's something everybody does.
An animal instinct.
Yeah, right. Where my mayor smoked crack, and it's like, okay, that's not an animal instinct. That's fucking inexcusable. You gotta go.
Holy shit. Wait a minute, your mayor was the crack smoking Canadian mayor?
Yeah, that's my mayor, buddy.
That explains a hell of a lot. That guy was like my media hero for a long time. Like, cause he didn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, I smoke crack. What? I'm the mayor, bitch. That was like his whole attitude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually have some not exactly inside scoop, and if I were to say some of the shit that I'm privy to, depending on who saw it, that could be considered slander because I can't prove any of it. But yeah, like, let me tell you, crack was the least of it.
No, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm willing to bet that's what most politicians mean.
The fertile soil of Florida has not yet ceased to bring us such awesome. Okay. Man dies after punch to face in Popeye's parking lot.
Wow.
What?
Hell of a hook.
Police say suspect and victim were in a fight over a beer.
Oh shit.
What?
They were fighting over beer in a parking lot of a chicken place.
Yep.
Yes.
Authorities say a man punched in the face during an argument over beer has died after the fight outside a Florida restaurant, the AP reports. The Daytona Beach News Journal reports 34-year-old James R. Allen faces a second-degree murder charge stemming from the incident October 20th in the parking lot of a Popeye's chicken outlet in Daytona Beach. A police report says Allen punched 55-year-old John Rotten in the face, causing him to fall flat on his back. Rotten's head bounced off the pavement, and he was knocked unconscious. Rotten underwent surgery, but police said his family elected to have him taken off life support. He died Tuesday. Both men's addresses were listed as nearby homeless assistance center.
How long was this guy on life support before the family just pulled the plug?
Let's see.
15 minutes.
That's the way it made it sound. Like, oh, it's just been a couple days. Fuck it, we're not paying for this no more.
Head bounced off pavement, knocked unconscious, underwent surgery. Family elected to have him taken off life support. Doesn't really say. He died Tuesday. Okay, so October 20th was what? 6-7 days ago?
7 last week.
So a week on life support after. How bad was his head caved in?
Look, listen.
Have you seen Popeye's parking lots?
Yeah, they do have like the whole like 5-inch curves.
Yeah, it's and they're like surfaces of the moon.
Yeah.
If this is a homeless guy fighting over a beer, I can't imagine there was all that much left of his brain anyway at 55 years old, fighting for a beer.
Right.
Hey, if you've never fought a homeless man over a beer, you haven't lived.
No, but that's what I mean is it wouldn't take much. Like, I know what Toxic's thinking about, like, is his head cracked wide open? No, one good shot in the front, fall hard on the back, your brain's mush now, because it was mush to begin with.
Yeah, it got old wet brain.
Sad shit, man.
Yeah.
Goddamn Florida.
Oh my gosh. We have another Florida story.
Nice.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Exactly.
It's the
Somebody
tree
just
that
needs to
keeps on
compile all these articles, just like the shorter ones, and make a coffee table book.
I was just thinking the same exact thing.
Oh my gosh. Gee whiz, woman 52 allegedly beat up 87-year-old boyfriend over cheating.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Let's see. A 52-year-old woman beat up her 87. This is from Miami. Her 87-year-old boyfriend of 37 years because she thought 37 years. Okay, math people, subtract 37 from 52.
15.
Wow.
What?
She was 15 and he was 40 something.
He was 50.
What the fuck?
Damn. That is a May, December, but not December of the same year
Yeah.
relationship. This is December of the previous year.
Wow.
Damn. They're 37 years. I was 3 when these two got together. Holy shitballs.
I was 8-year-old. Wow.
Damn. Okay.
Is she Cubano?
She looks like she crawled off the set of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, she's Cubano.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, soybean. I can't do this. It's
Soybean?
Soivilien.
Soybean works better.
Slavians?
Color soy and green.
It sounds like Siobhan.
Oh.
Okay, we'll color her a Chevrolet. 87-year-old boyfriend of 37 years because she thought he cheated, prosecutors said in a Miami-Dade bond court. Regina Chevrolet, 52, is facing a felony charge on battery on a person over the age of 65, which is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. They've been together for 37 years, the prosecutor said. He's cheating on you at 87? Gee whiz. Chevrolet's
for him.
Yeah.
They find the mistress.
He was He was going for somebody younger, I guess. Chevrolet's public defender asked the court for a non-monetary bond called pretrial services at Miami-Dade to secure her release because she does not have a criminal record. Judge Mindy S. Glazer said Chevrolet must stay at least 500 feet away from her boyfriend as well as his home, school, and workplace, or she faces the risk of violating her bond and being detained. She'd also have to pay $5,000 if she violates the conditions under the pretrial services. Chevrolet said she will stay with her sister in the meantime while her boyfriend, who has sustained bumps and bruises on his face, but she allegedly punched him several times, recovers. 37 years. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like mind-blowing.
Fuck, he's having an affair and he's in school? That's fucking amazing.
This is Miami. Yeah, this is Miami. This guy must have had the biggest medallion and the biggest pinky ring to snag this chick.
Fuck.
You know, the elderly spread more STDs than you think.
This is true.
Yeah.
I've heard this.
Yeah. So this just in. First charges filed in Mueller investigation, according to CNN's triple fucking brackets sources.
What is this specifically? Is this uranium-1?
Doesn't say. Only that, of course, it's CNN, so there's a vast amount of speculation, but first charges filed in the Mueller's investigation. And if this doesn't have to do with, like, literally the DNC or Hillary or the previous Department of Justice colluding with Russia, then I quit. Like, let's just burn this whole shit to the ground. Start over.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's time to join Antifa, man?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Dude,
Yeah,
don't go all fucking Antifa on us.
Let's just join. What we do is we join Antifa. We let them do all the heavy lifting, and then we just shoot them when their backs are turned. Come on. Have you guys never revolutioned before in your lives?
I don't know if I want to wage a revolution against the trash cans. I like my trash cans.
Yeah, true.
It's been pretty loyal.
On November 4th, all trash cans will die.
Yeah.
Every day since I've
I mean,
had
you don't want to literally like drop and defecate feces into your own hands and like smear it all over you and then throw it on other people. Like that doesn't sound pleasant. Is that what you're telling me?
You're a dolphin.
Hey.
You have no
Hey.
hands. You have a
People
fin.
used to pay for the experience when Gigi Allen was alive. So like,
So Jordan 250 just won the internet today. So
It's Jordan. He doesn't.
yeah, look at it. Look at his comment in the chat.
I know. And then look at what I said right afterwards. I laughed, and then I realized I had another wrench, and then I rubbed it into a certain person's face.
Rubbing wrenches in people's faces is wrong. Did you actually correct her spelling there, Irving?
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
I misspelled it for a reason. I was seeing if he was actually paying attention to chat. I was actually getting ready to just misspell a bunch of words because he wasn't actually saying anything.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves. And
I noticed.
One of my favorite memes. Your.
Nice.
so I gotta ask if unless you guys are getting ready to jump into something else. What is going on with the uranium thing? I haven't made the time to actually sit down and sift through everything. Does anybody have anything concrete, like what's going on with that whole situation?
Here's what I vaguely understand, at least the allegations, is that someone
I
in
know
Russia...
all of it.
Yeah, go for it then.
Okay.
Never mind, Scooby.
I'll try to make this as short as possible, but there's a lot of stuff here. In 2000, okay, so the uranium-1 thing was signed in late 2010, end of November. So about this time, well, kind of relatively this time, back in 2010. In the beginning
And was
of
this the same deal that was brought up during the election?
Yeah, this is the same thing Trump brought up.
Okay.
Where they sold 25% of our uranium stock to Russia, and Russia was then selling it back to us for obviously an exorbitant price, as well as other parts of the world. And in early 2009, the guy who was from Russia, who was setting up all these deals for the uranium-1 stuff, the FBI had already had an informant on him. They had already had proof that he was like corrupt and that he was extortion, racketing, money laundering, bribing, all types of stuff. They had concrete evidence. This is their own words, by the way. This isn't me like speculating anything. The informant on the inside had like photographic evidence. He knows all types of stuff. The FBI even admitted that this whole thing posed a what was their words? Not significant, but another word for significant, but a significant national security risk. So they
they managed to catch Hillary and a bunch of Obama administration officials in this net, right? In this whole deal.
That is not specifically said.
Okay. Because
So
I've seen
they knew all
Podesta's name
this.
thrown around. I've seen a bunch of names thrown around with this. So.
Right. So they knew all of this. They knew this was a national security, like the FBI, our FBI, the people who are charged with keeping us safe, right, at night while we sleep in our beds and stuff, knew that this was a national security risk, that it was coming from Russia. It was shady from all fucking 6 different ways from Sunday. And they let the Uranium One deal almost 2 years later get signed.
Okay, wait.
Now,
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Hillary Clinton was something with the Justice Department.
She was
No?
Secretary of State at the time.
Okay.
Yes.
So then, doesn't she actually have some sort of influence on who or what the FBI actually not investigates but prosecutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's claimed that she had. I'll get to that. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
The guy who was in charge of the FBI at the time was Mueller. So, right. Comey was also working for the FBI too. So the deal goes through or whatever, and come to find out that the Clinton Foundation was getting huge donations from a lot of the people who were in the top tiers of the Russian nuclear industry or whatever. So they were funneling money to the Clinton Foundation. This was when Bill Clinton went over there and gave his quote unquote speech, even though it was just him meeting with Putin for like $500,000 or some shit like that. So then we get to the vote, right? And it was a unanimous vote. Uranium One deal was a unanimous vote. Hillary Clinton was on the board that voted for it. Of course, she said she didn't vote for it, even though it was a unanimous vote. So, okay, sure, Hillary. Yeah. Just like
this is already pissing me off. This makes the way Tommy was acting about the. Oh my God.
His talk's about to become a bomb.
Yeah, just like
I've stepped away from politics and shit for like the past 2 weeks. I had to stop reading news.
The fake dossier thing, like Clinton or the Trump Pissgate thing.
Information away from just robbing a gun shop and going completely Rambo. I think the whole world's this insane circus that nobody has any control over, dude. So you gotta let it go.
Well, if I can be the one that sends you over the edge, then I'll consider myself doing my part to save humanity.
The part of Burnside will be played by Pox Toxic tonight.
So the Trump dossier,
Flip some tables there.
where he hired hookers to piss on Obama's bed or some shit like that. It's been coming, like, it's already been known forever that it's fake as fuck, right? But now there's actual definitive proof that it's fake and that the DNC bought and paid for it, and Hillary Clinton's campaign also bought and paid for it. Hillary Clinton's defense to that, oh, nobody told me.
Hey, you got to give them credit for the piss dossier, because at least they had enough sense to be like, look, let's give it to McCain. This motherfucker's got a tumor in his brain, so he's crazy anyway. We make it look like he just got it from somebody. Everybody would just be like, oh, that crazy old McCain.
Yeah, no, he's been on the side of the deep establishment since for fucking ever, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I have to go find cigarettes.
Give him a microphone and let him flap his little chicken arms, and they're.
I fucking hate McCain so much. Actually, it's good because when it was him versus Obama or whatever, I actually voted for Obama. It hurt me to do so, but I hate fucking John McCain so much.
I'll agree with you there. Obama was the less of the two evils there.
He was definitely the lesser of the fucking two evils. And a lot of people say, oh, Trump was the lesser of the two evils. It's like, nah, dude, obviously you've never voted before. So the Uranium One deal went through or whatever, and the FBI continued this investigation, even though we just, totally done all of this stuff that was a huge national security risk or whatever. They continued this investigation for 4 years. Now the FBI informant wants to come forward and say names and who he knows and what he's seen and all this other stuff. He wants to appear before Congress and stuff. And guess who subpoenaed him to fucking stay silent? Oh yeah, that's right, the FBI. Yeah. So now currently he's in some legal I don't know, I guess hot water. He's trying to get himself out of it so he can actually come forward to Congress and state what he fucking knows. So obviously here we have Mueller's connected to the Uranium One bullshit. Comey's connected to the Uranium One bullshit. Hillary Clinton's connected to the Uranium One bullshit. What's his name? Ron Rosenstein. He's in Trump's administration. He's the one who appointed Mueller to the special counsel. That guy's in on the Uranium One shit. Eric Holder's in on the Uranium One shit. Yep.
There's a lot of swamp here.
There's a huge, deep fucking. It's not. I mean, can we even classify it as a swamp at this point? Like,
I think cesspool would probably be more accurate.
Yeah.
It's a shit ocean.
Yeah.
Drain the Marianas Trench.
It's somebody. One of the kids in my Discord brought it up with me yesterday. He had mentioned how he said, I don't understand it. He said, now Trump isn't letting them release all of the JFK files. They're holding a few of them for 6 months. The minute this kid said this to me, I said, well, there you go. I said, now he's got a loaded gun held to their heads, basically. This is like the sword of Damocles.
Mm-hmm.
He has it. That's exactly what I said. What I thought. The minute that they said that he had the shit that he wasn't releasing it yet, I said, yeah, because now all the shit came out with uranium. They linked the thing to Podesta, and the dossier was originally funded by a never Trumper before the DNC picked up the tab and ran with it. It was like picking up the lease on a car.
Mm-hmm.
Rush Limbaugh just broke that down earlier. So.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I was telling my wife, we're going to, really quick, just let me say this, Irv. Yeah. I was telling my wife earlier, we're not going to, we're going to save a lot of money for Christmas, because I told her I don't want nothing for Christmas now. You know what I'm saying? So, what are you going to say?
Oh, no, now I'm not sure if I was right. Not some stuff about Trump Russia and Trump in Russia, that it was a never Trumper who publicized it. But that idiot got a bunch of his information from fucking 4chan trolls. Who made it up and fed it to him. So he ate it right the fuck up.
Here's what happened. The guy wrote the dossier, and then he came to 4chan. I was fucking posting away that night when he brought it up or whatever.
Lucky.
And he brought it up. Dude, I'm on there all the time. I see all types of shit. And he brought it up or whatever, made a thread about it. Of course, half the people were like, this is fake and gay. The other half were like, this is fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? Chaos, run with it. And then the other part about him, like, pissing on the beds and loving anime and like just all this other stupid weird shit. Like, that's what we made up that night. And this dude literally just shoveled it off to one of McCain's staffers, and the staffer obviously gave it to fucking McCain. And it is what it is now. Like, since we're talking about politics, I'm cruising Twitter and I found another hashtag I want to go and strangle people over.
Oh,
hashtag
God.
signs you're a bad president. Can we guess who the focus of this hashtag is?
Well, yeah, as soon as you said Twitter, I already knew.
Yeah.
Twitter is in the shitter.
It's Reagan, isn't it?
Most of it, there's a
but it was Lincoln.
lot of Trump.
It's going to be Grover Cleveland.
But
Calvin
there's one,
Coolidge.
you guys are going to love this one. When you rig an election and you still didn't win.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, Trump didn't win because he didn't get the popular vote. Am I right?
Hillary rigged. It actually came out with evidence and whatnot that Hillary rigged the election, not just by stuffing, I think it was New Hampshire's ballots for her name, but someone in her election actually paid for Russia to hack the elections.
Yep, and then there was something, I think last number I saw was like 1.2 million illegal Mexicans have voted in the election or whatever too. Chances are they can vote for Trump. Just
3
saying.
million illegals voted total throughout the country. It was close to whatever number Trump threw out a while back. Fucking hilarious, man.
Look, me and a certain someone's arguments on Twitter Our Twitter on chat's now a meme.
You guys remember that video Obama did or whatever? He was doing some interview and some lady asked him a question like, well, what about all the people who come over here, are undocumented that come over here and they want to vote or whatever? And Obama was literally said something like, fucking, oh, well, you're in this country, you have a right to vote. It's like, nigga.
No.
That's not how it works.
Exactly.
I need to explain U.S. law to you.
Look, as a man from a country in which we necessitate voter ID, it works. Okay, everyone can get ID. I don't know what the fuck people are thinking. Yeah.
In Texas, every time
we don't have
pass
cars. Well, that's why we have fucking public transport, dumbasses.
Yeah. In Texas, every time we pass a voter ID law, there are a bunch of blue dog Democrats that seem to wriggle their way out of the woodwork like so many termites and decry this as a racist policy because
that's just a front. That's just a front.
Yeah, the kitty says you are exactly correct.
They do that. They do that shit at face value. That's what the public sees. So the public is more inclined to believe that they're the reasons that the laws didn't pass or did pass or whatever the case may be for whatever particular law. The real reason is because fucking lobbyists are funneling goddamn money. We don't own our politicians. Our politicians are not beholden to us. We need to remove money from politics.
No, I've been saying that for years.
Agreed.
I agree. There should be no money in politics. I keep saying the same thing. It should be a voluntary position.
It should be a voluntary position. You shouldn't get paid shit either. You're a public servant.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
Anybody who gets caught lobbying or bribing should be tried for treason.
Yeah.
It's starting to go to hell when they realize they could vote to give themselves money.
Right.
That's
what was it like 2 years ago? Congress was voting on a fucking on an increase for their own wages. It's like, I don't think that's how this works, my dude.
Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to be.
You want another laugh?
Problem, and you'll solve the rest of it will solve itself.
Good plan B would be to.
Here's another one from hashtag sign you're a bad president. When you leave your office as a B-rated president, cough, cough, Obama, cough, cough.
B-rated. There's like him and Jimmy Carter. Like, I don't know which one's worse, honestly.
If Bill pans out, he's gonna be the next Benedict Arnold, dude.
D+ at best.
I don't care. Honestly, let him fucking flounder. Let him hope and rage and all this other shit because he's gonna get 4 more years.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Simply based on the behavior that the left has displayed over the last 10 months.
You know, they're only 1% of the whole United States shot, right?
Yeah.
Even the kitty
Somebody's banner is being way too loud.
She wants her own show, I tell you.
Yeah, she wants her own show.
So,
make it a cooking show.
From what I've gathered from the files that were already leaked about the JFK thing or whatever, most of it is unsubstantive. But there's some nice little pickings in there. The Soviets had been trying to get a hold of us or whatever, which this is the Soviets. This isn't even Russia today. This isn't even less trustworthy Russia, right? So take this with a fucking grain of salt.
Yeah.
But the Soviets had been calling the FBI and the CIA trying to get a hold of them because they said that LBJ was staging a coup. And LBJ is the one who took over for JFK.
Dude, that is crazy. People have been saying that something like that happened for years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, almost immediately. In that, like when it happened and JFK was still not quite dead, and it was LBJ or some people in his group were saying, "Don't worry, we all still have control." People were like, "Is this a coup? What the fuck happened?" And that sort of never really died.
Well, he changed like damn near every single foreign policy as soon as he took over.
I have a question. Is Obama actually been proven to be tied to the uranium thing yet?
I don't think so. I don't think he really had any major part in Uranium One, to be honest.
The next one I saw that was remotely funny says, when you sell 20% of the Americans' uranium, we should put these two in the same cell. If we don't, wouldn't that be unliberal? I mean, discrimination against sex and all. That's why I asked. I'm like, wait a minute, is Obama tied to this?
Yeah, if they put them in separate cells, that's patriarchy.
Yeah, put her ass in a fucking cell and tell her to break this ceiling.
If Obama is tied to this at all in any way, shape, or form, that would be like the cherry to my sundae.
Well, I'm starting to wonder if Obama was just a black face.
Oh, he was. He was just a celebrity. He really was.
Yeah.
Every time I see Obama, there was this old movie about this dude who takes a bunch of tanning pills to get a minority scholarship.
That would be C. Thomas Howell and Soul Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
1985 or 86 or something like that.
Movie like that would never get released today.
Obama, that's what I think about, man. I don't know why.
There's a CIA NBC connection confirmed as far back as the JFK assassination.
Wow.
That goes far.
Jack
Yeah,
Ruby,
that's
the guy who killed
Project
the guy who
Mockingbird
killed
stuff
Oswald.
came out with it.
Here's
Jack Ruby's
another
real
one.
name is Jack
That's not like-
Rubenstein.
It's about Obama. It says when you have to wiretap everyone in your country because you surrounded yourself with nothing but criminals.
I have some other black news.
Uh-oh.
That's racist. You don't see colors.
Well, blame Colleen Bernier for this one.
I don't see colors, but I damn sure do see shades.
Well, you'll be seeing colors after this one. Man enjoys life after losing 3-foot-long penis.
Holy shit.
That's fake.
No. I heard about a guy who had 11-pound testicles. But
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
like
the same thing.
elephantitis or something.
This is the same guy.
The world. Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe I was gonna say the world record or whatever is like 13 inches.
Whoa.
No, but this is like, some sort of like deformity where it's really not
Yeah,
good
that
for him.
makes sense.
And he finally got his fucking testicles, and I guess apparently his penis, is that correct, Six?
Yeah.
Reduced to like more normal sizes. And for the first time in his life, he went for a run.
Oh
He's
my
got strong
god.
legs.
Okay.
Here's another funny one for you guys.
Well, before you get to that,
Okay.
the condition was caused by a mosquito biting and injecting larvae into his bloodstream.
Oh, Jesus
And the
Christ.
parasitic worms, it blocked his drainage system, and that's what caused his body's drainage system. That's what caused the swelling.
Ooh.
Damn.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
That sounds like something out of a nightmare. Fuck painful.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't want to go to areas of the world where they have those kinds of mosquitoes. I mean, the mosquitoes in Texas are bad enough. You know, they get big and nasty looking, but they don't do this kind of shit to you. That's like South America and Africa, and I guess some parts of Asia. Maybe Australia, where everything can kill you.
That's also
Long Island.
that's
Don't listen to the
Arizona.
environmentalists. Burn the rainforest, kids. The only thing there is devil creatures.
Exactly.
Giant killer insects and things that want to eat you.
Flipping bot flies laying eggs in your skin, and you have to yank them out with pliers and shit.
Sorry, on the testicles thing, I'm reminded of a bad joke. Do you guys mind if I tell it?
I guess.
This is the
It's
Chaos
on my
120
YouTube channel.
stream. You don't even need to ask.
Let's do it. Okay. So,
Can I say the hashtag thing first?
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Hashtag, you know you're a bad president when you leave office and the new president takes over and destroys your whole legacy in less than a week.
That's a long hashtag, but I like it. Run with it.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can go.
Okay. All right. Testicles. So a Scottish guy is visiting America for the first time. He's terribly unfamiliar, but he's got an American friend, and his American friend decides to take him to a baseball game, America's pastime, right? And he has no idea about baseball, never seen a game, doesn't understand the rules, whatever. But people seem to be getting excited that every time, somebody cracks the ball. People are standing up and yelling, "Run, man, run!" So he starts to get into it, and somebody hits the ball, and he's standing up and yelling, "Run, man, run!" A little while, a couple innings later, pitcher walks the batter, and batter tosses his bat away and starts strolling out to first base. Scottish guy's all confused, doesn't understand what this is, gets up and starts yelling, "Run, man, run!" And his friend says, no. He doesn't have to run. He's got 4 balls. And the Scottish guy looks and goes, "Walk with pride, man. Walk with pride."
I'm gonna have to hop out for a little bit, man. I'll try to come back later.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to segue here for just a second and ask our audience to please light those candles and pray those prayers to our patron saint of nutshots, Rahm Emanuel. We're looking for nutshot number 52 in the great city of Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, this is something we do every night with Burnside. Is he reads off the stats of shootings in Chicago, and we're up to 51 nutshots for the year.
Jesus Christ! Here, hold on.
And the patron saint of nutshots is Mr. Rahm Emanuel. Peace and testicles be upon him.
Yeah.
There we are. There's the candle lit. From Emmanuel. As the testicles roll downhill.
I've been drinking. I shouldn't be playing with fire, Jesus. Still not in the fucking image.
Well, we will enjoy it vicariously through you who are enjoying it.
Now I'm gonna stack some things. Hold it up here.
He's drunk and he's stacking things.
Oh,
what
God.
could go wrong?
Exactly. And he's playing with fire.
All he needs is a hooker and some drugs.
Exactly.
Hooker and blow.
Okay, another funny story.
Oh, God.
My older sister says to me, "So what do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Hookers and blow." She looks at me and says, "I'm not getting you blow."
Oh my gosh.
What was I going to say? I lost my whole train of thought.
Nutshots?
Nutshots.
Nutshots.
No, I'm thinking about everything in the past 2 weeks now, so I don't mean to keep going back to the politics, but this is all that keeps swirling in my head, purposeful, like basically, he lit a fuse there, and I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, between everything now, you have Harvey Weinstein. Now you have the dossier has been linked to these folks, and now you have everything with the Uranium One deal. This is in less than 14 days. This has all come to fruition. They've been tied to Antifa, which has been declared a terrorist organization. They've been tied to Black Lives Matter, which is not only a terrorist organization. They've been accused, and I think been found in some cases, of multiple counts of embezzlement.
In Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah. That's my whole point. Is what I'm getting at is why the hell are they still allowed to put candidates up and to run?
Because if they're not, they're racist.
You heard George Soros donated $18 billion to his open source foundation, which is what Antifa and Black Lives Matter get their funding from.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's the other thing, too.
$18 billion is enough to pay for Israel's army for a year.
Yeah. It
This
actually
just
caused our country to no longer be in hunger and homeless to actually have homes.
This just in, I'm being corrected by Greater Ajax in Discord. It says, "Isn't it piss and testicles be upon him?"
Yes.
Well, if the testicles were reduced, there won't be much piss upon them now, will there?
Yeah, true that, man. True that.
Because if they all roll downhill, then there's no testicles left.
I don't want to go all conspiracy theory here, but I've been talking to a few people, and somebody actually had mentioned something to me earlier, and it made a lot of sense. And this it's going to sound a little bit out there, but just bear with me. What if part of the reason that they were letting the trans folks into the military and encouraging them and trying to force, not force, but trying to get them to go into the military as much as they could. Most Republicans tend to be of the conservative variety. Most tend to be Christians, and most tend to at least frown upon homosexuality, if not flat out disprove it. Let's say Hillary Clinton in office as president. What type of army would you need that would be willing to shoot Republicans? Now, my whole thought is, since that woman didn't get into office, this is part of the reason that they got rid of the trans folks. At first, I thought it was just simply because I thought Democrats, being just the evil bastards they were planning on exploiting these kids and just starting something in the Middle East again and having a whole extra amount of people to throw at it. But put in my lap this morning, I've been thinking about this all day, and you think about it. If they decided that they were going to go and completely flip this country, that would be the army they would have to use, because I don't think that regular soldiers would turn on Americans. But these SJW super troopers that they were trying to whip together, that I think was the army that they were trying to utilize. And
there's not enough trans people in the entirety of the world to do any damage to this country.
Sure. I was gonna say, if their plans were really small, if they had some really specific, highly specific operation that they were going to go ahead with, they would need, I don't know, how many in a unit?
Mm.
The reason the trans people got kicked out of the military is because they were not every single one of them, but most of them were literally saying that it was our taxpayer dollars that are supposed to fund their operations and their testosterone blockers.
No, I understand
why
we dismissed the program.
No,
I'm fully aware of part of the reasons that they dismissed it. I'm saying why they initiated it. This is part of the reasoning I'm thinking that they did it.
I understand what you're saying, Scooby, but can I counterpoint here for a second?
Oh, please.
There is a fairly large contingent. I imagine it's probably similar to the same percentage of black people and Hispanics that voted for Trump in the trans and gay community that also voted for Trump and are Republicans.
Yeah, because they're not dumb. They know fucking Islamists and shit will throw them off buildings and shit.
But you look at Blair White, at Milo Yiannopoulos, at Prince of Queens. These are the tough fighting trans and gay people, and they're Republicans, or they're at least somewhat conservative. And the toughest
Blair White, she's a centrist.
Sure, but I think she's far more conservative than, say, left.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's
I'm left of center, and I'm still considered by some conservative. Like, some people would call me alt-right. Some people would call everyone in this stream alt-right because that's what they're like, right?
I've been a moderate since I was in when I first started college in the mid 1990s. I was sort of a proto SJW before that, but I was more of a moderate sort of centrist.
Anything right of Karl Marx is a Nazi? Prove me wrong, checkmate, you can't.
Extreme centrism. But what I was getting at was that the people who are actually tough enough to be effective soldiers that are trans and gay and would bother to join the army would all be conservatives.
Right. No, I agree with you. My point was, this strikes me as being similar as to what they did the last time they were in power. When Clinton was in college, they started doing all these promotions for the blacks to go into the military. There's part of the narrative, actually, Boys in the Hood, where they mentioned the advertising campaign at the time. And then later on in his second term, that's when they started pushing more to try to get Latinos to go into the military. I think that they were trying to blow up the service. And this is the same thing that I think they tried again with the trans troopers. To me, it always seems like it's just another way that they're trying to stack the deck, and they don't know how to read the public. as I have said many times, you will never find a more fierce American than a legal Mexican who is in the army.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah.
You not want to piss those folks off. Oh God.
Anybody who's in the army, like, if this was all some wow, somebody's
I think
really
sweeps
matter
asleep.
right now.
What?
Oh.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Are you sure?
He sometimes falls asleep. We hear him snoring.
Sometimes, 90% of the time.
So even if it was their plan, right? Like even if I just give you like the benefit of the argument, it doesn't work on face value, because I know so many people that aren't white that have been in the military or are in the military, and regardless of what they go in, they all come out pretty much the same.
Right. It's because it builds character. That's what the military does. It builds character. It gives you focus. It sharpens your resolve. That's I don't see anything bad coming from the military.
Yeah, it's almost like when you have a couple near life experiences or whatever, and you're like literally like 5 feet away from someone who just got blown up by an IED. It's almost like when you come back and you're not a soldier anymore. Like the little things in life, like your fucking pronouns, just don't matter.
Well,
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
So Ajax is saying in Discord, I guess he's listening to the stream, and he's giving me these messages on Discord. He says that not just the money spent on transition, they can't be active while transitioning. I guess that's what he meant to say. On active duty, only 1 year out of 4, and get free school. Not fair to regular military.
It's not fair to anybody.
No, it isn't.
I don't want to pay for that shit.
Normie in chat said,
Yeah.
Sleeper no sleeping. Sleeper no sleeping.
I actually, though, one of the things I had, though, I was actually glad that they did do the ban. I hate using the term ban, but I guess you want to say maybe rolling it back. Because honestly, I didn't like the fact that I felt that they were exploiting these young people who were vulnerable, and it's basically like, yeah, we'll give you whatever you want. Here, take the gun. And again, I know it's a choice, but when you have some people that they want the operation that badly, they wouldn't have in 1,000 years otherwise enlist.
Yeah.
So I didn't like what that was doing to our force, in as much as you have people that are in there now. To me, it's almost harkening back to like the draft army. In as much as the mindset of the troops that are in there, you have troops that did not want to be in the service at all. They're there because they want the operation.
Well,
so I didn't. To me, it was affecting morale, is what it was.
I see it this way. Like when Obama was president, I don't know if you guys remember this because it kind of happened early in his term and it wasn't really big news. Imagine my shock.
Imagine my shock.
Yeah, I'm in front of a map.
Says the
Nice.
He dialed back the like requirements to join the army. So you had like people that were like obese joining, people who had mental health problems joining, people that were like over the recommended age joining. Like he dialed back all that stuff, and the reason he had to do that is because under his rule of the United States, not very many people wanted to join the army. Wonder why?
Nope.
Shit boggles the mind.
I wanted to circle back quickly, if I can, to Porpoise. You made a reference that I'm pretty sure is a Fight Club reference, a near life experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but also there's something else from Fight Club that I'm now forgetting. What the hell I meant to say?
You're forgetting the 2 rules of Fight Club.
No, I got it.
Nice.
I'm always a little slower, yeah, but
You're too drunk.
Still there.
No, you're not.
That after fighting, or say after going into real combat, everything else in your life has the volume turned down on it. Pronouns don't fucking matter. Like it literally. Again, Fight Club reference, the penguin, slide. Let that which does not matter truly slide. And you can do that when you've seen fucking hell, when you've been in the shit. It's not hard.
This is the exact reason why I'm pro World War III. And like people think I'm see people laugh when I say that, but I'm being dead serious. Like
I've said it too, that we don't value our freedoms because so few of us have actually had to fight for them, like literally fight, life or death fight. And that's why these assholes are going, I don't think the First Amendment is a relevant document right now.
Well, even in the Cold War, when there was no actual fighting, like people were still scared. You know what I mean? You still had that fear that today could be your last day. You can have a fucking bomb dropped on you from Russia tomorrow. You know what I mean? You better kiss your kids goodbye. You better say I love you to everybody you love, like every day.
Okay,
we don't have that
Sleeper,
anymore.
I hate you. No comment?
What happened?
Way too much entitlement is what it is.
Yeah.
Agreed. And another thing, back to the whole First Amendment being an irrelevant document type of thing. Have you guys heard that Europe's actually trying to talk us into letting go of our First and Second Amendment?
Yeah, imagine my shock because they don't have one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you guys should be just like us. Gets ran over by a bus. It's fine. It's fine and dandy over here. Gets knife attacked.
I
You guys don't know what you're doing. Acid in the face.
I didn't realize how few Western countries actually have something akin to the U.S. Constitution that guarantees their rights.
Like, no, it's weird.
No,
it's
like
like
no one does,
it's like
really.
we have this special constitution that's like so much better than everybody else's, and somehow we're also like the best and most powerful country in the world. It's strange how those two things correlate.
Yeah, and when you look at the EU itself, the countries that in Europe that are not part of the EU happen to also be some of the most prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Well, control freaking just does not. It does not lead to prosperity.
No, it can't, because control is an illusion, right? You can rein things in. Like, I mean, anybody drive cars like fast?
Mm-hmm.
I will not
Fast-ish.
admit or no, I will not admit to or deny if I have or haven't done such.
Okay.
My first 4 cars were Toyota Supras. I'm not.
Nice.
I'm not adverse to speed.
Okay.
So to say.
So you're familiar with the term negotiating the curve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because you're not in control. You're negotiating with the vehicle, with the speed, with the curve. You have some input, but you have no control. The whole point is to throw it out of control and then try to guide it as best you can. And if you're skillful, if you're skillful, you can work with the physics, you can work with the car, you can work with the road. But if you don't know those things, you have no chance, and you know that you have no real control. It's an illusion. And that's the same thing with a market and with a nation. You can't control it. You can only do your best to give your input and hope that it works out. And
And in the case of the EU and the economies of these respective countries in there, they're just not cutting it.
No.
No, look at them. They're scared of fucking Poland and fucking Hungary now, or no, Austria now.
So in Austria, I believe it was last year, they were flooded with a record number of firearm license registration forms.
Mm-hmm. Well, the party they have now is like 2 steps away from like extreme fucking right-wing death squads.
Yeah. And gun stores were having a trouble keeping weapons in stock because people would show up there and they'd be buying rifles and shotguns just like hand over fist, man.
Who'd have thunk that the Polish and the French Canadians would be the fucking heroes of the Western world?
2017, the year of Polish tourism.
World War III, this time Poland wins.
Nice.
Yes, motherfucker.
Please let France still be the battleground that the world's war is fought on. Fuck France. Oh my god.
Oh Lord. This is interesting. Yeah, Poland's going to turn around and invade Germany.
Dude, Germany's done, and there's like for like England and most of the other countries still left in Europe. There's a diplomatic way out of like this whole fucking crisis they got going over there. But Germany's done.
Polish to liberate them.
46% of newborns in Germany are non-native Germans.
What, 1/5 of all newborns are named Muhammad or something?
Yeah. 46% of all newborns last year are non-native Germans.
They can cut that significantly.
Germany is
virtually overnight by doing one simple thing:
booting them the fuck out.
In benefits.
Yeah.
In benefits.
And the benefits they'll leave.
The same would work for Belgium, all these other countries that have been just swamped by quote unquote refugees in benefits. So you will no longer receive benefits. They will stop coming, and a majority of them will
go somewhere else first.
Well, you guys know Squatting Slav?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a few videos where he's gone to his home country and gone to the refugee camps there, and something like 80% of the people there are saying, no, I like, it's okay here, but I want to go to Germany, I want to go to Sweden because they have better benefits.
Yeah.
Not because I can get a job, not because I want to be free, because they'll give me free money. You know?
Why would you want a job if someone's going to give you something for free? Like that's, I mean, fucking moms have been telling daughters for this for fucking years, right? What's the cow analogy, Sylvanas?
Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why buy the fucking cow when you get the milk for free? That applies to so much more.
It's something that I hear a lot more towards men or their moms telling their sons.
I don't know.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah, it's usually more something. What I've been hearing a lot more with it is moms telling their sons because calling the girl a cow and a slut without saying.
Oh no, but isn't that supposed to be the warning to the daughter? Why would the guy marry you if he can just Yeah.
Wow, they've even co-opted an old wives' tale. Holy shit! Fuck the left, burn them now.
Yeah, this is why I want a big blizzard so the damn Californians could go back to California. Then we shove a lot of fucking dynamite and bombs and whatnot into the salt and then blow it off and just California could drift.
No, I want Kim to fucking drop his. I want Kim to quote unquote test his nuke on the San Andreas fault line. That's what I want to happen.
Nice.
Wait till there's a blizzard here in Colorado.
Sorry, Nevada.
Californians can go back.
Arizona.
First.
You guys will get the fallout, but that's all right. You gotta take one for the team.
Exactly.
We can move Silicon Valley to Texas.
Just let California secede and see how well they fucking thrive off of almonds and alfalfa and onions.
I wish.
God, if California
Most of the water
succeed,
that they use in California is owned by other states, so they'd be fucked from the first day.
Or Nestle.
Yep. Or Nestle.
I just want them to secede so we can annex them and take away the states' rights just so they freak ape shit.
They'd be paying heavy import tariffs on the water.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could lose all the in the health and codes of California warnings on all our food, cigarettes, and everything else.
I give two shits if I can't get my
cigarettes come from a native reserve in a bag. There's no warning label on them.
Wow.
California succession, make America great again?
Yes. Or we could sell
Like
California to Canada.
Oh no.
Nah, we don't want to know. We're not giving anything to Canada.
Well,
Yeah. That's
or we could
55
sell it to
million
Russia.
people more.
You don't just sell your ass to your hat, okay? I'm sorry, it's not.
I live in Texas. Like I could give two shits if they can't send ninja stars to California.
Man, I'm jealous of you Texans and your big beautiful wall.
It will be so beautiful.
Can I circle back to your magical constitution and how it compares in Canada?
Dare I ask?
The Charter of Rights and Freedoms in Canada comes in sections. Section 2 of our Charter of Rights and Freedoms outlines our rights and freedoms. Section 1 outlines the ability for Parliament and the Supreme Court to limit those rights and freedoms.
So
Wow.
your rights and freedoms is a contradiction to your rights and freedoms.
Yep. Section 1 is a crime against Section 2, and our rights and freedoms are all fucking imaginary because Parliament and or the Supreme Court can remove them at any given time.
Aren't you guys only allowed to vote for a new PM when they allow you to?
What's that?
Aren't you guys only allowed to vote for a new PM when they allow you to?
No, we vote every 4 years like you, or if the Parliament can get 51% of the seats to agree, they can have a vote immediately at any moment, but it's at least every 4 years.
Okay.
But like say 2 years in, they can say, you know what, let's vote right now for the next 4 years. If they can get 51%, they'll do it.
So off topic, but I just noticed something.
What's that?
Me and you have two types of conversations, mister. Either A, we have the fighting over who has the bigger wrench, or B, we're very calm to each other talking in French.
Look, we're very friendly, but I do like to fuck with people. I imagine you like to fuck with people.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, I just noticed we have two types of conversations.
And in the chat with a wrench, guess what? I can be a little bit arrogant about my wrench, okay?
I have two. But I just noticed we have two types of conversations. There's no middle ground. It's either this or that one.
Hey, when we're on stream, we chat pleasantly all the time, right?
Oh, on stream. That's stream, not chat.
Yeah. No, chat is for violence.
Has anybody else come up with their contingency plan if this country goes to shit?
I'm going to go and do the same thing I do with my zombie apocalypse. So, yeah, I have a plan. And I'm not sharing because I don't want a whole wall of people coming to my way.
Fair enough.
I plan on
Well, you're in New York. You're
an old New York tradition.
No, you're in New York. You don't need a plan. You're fucked.
Well, my plan is
Same
this.
with you.
It's an old New York tradition. I plan on carpet bagging. Yes.
Nice.
That's basically my plan for when the shit hits the fan. I'm just.
Hey, man, you're welcome in San Antonio.
Thank you. I probably will have to get the hell out of here as soon as the shit hits the fan.
You'll love our salsa verde.
Actually, I just got some. Was at the bookstore the other day picking up some new philosophy books, and I was on my way walking out or whatever, and they had like they had like their little clearance section or whatever, and I was like, ah, fuck it, you know what I mean? You know how everyone gets, oh fuck it, clearance section, why not just take a couple steps over there and just see what they got? And they had some what was it, like learn Japanese on tape or whatever. I was like, yeah, and my first initial reaction was like, who the fuck, like who listens to tapes anymore, right? So but then it actually dawned on me, I was like, I could learn Japanese and move to Japan and just be a translator and probably get paid a fucking ton of money.
So you're going to move in with Black Pigeon Speaks?
You can't. Like, you might be able to go there for a little, but they're super tight. They had, was this 2015, 2016, 30,000 applications for citizenship. You know how many people they took?
0.
12. 12 people got citizenship that year. But
yeah, they took in 3,000 refugees, and I think booted out 90% of them.
Scoob, you worst comes to worst, you go north, all right, and you find a little place called Roxham Road, and you just walk across the border into Canada. If you're tan enough and say something that sounds Arabic, they'll let you in.
Is Allahu Akbar, does that qualify?
I would avoid Allahu Akbar.
Oh crap! There's
just say falafel over and over and over again.
There's a Muslim actual
You buy
prayer
kebab?
saying that says peace.
You buy kebab?
Ow, peace may be with you, but I don't remember what it is. Fuck, I know it.
What, you mean assalamu alaikum?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Alaikum salam.
Yes. Yeah, I was just gonna say the response is Salaikum Salam. My sister's husband is Jordanian, and my niece, my nephew's wife, is an Albanian Muslim. So I hear Arabic all the time.
Yeah, so you can fake it at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll let you across
You
the
ain't have
border.
to say anything. Just throw on a burqa.
Or you can carry a sign
You
with
can't because the province of Quebec, which is where Roxham Road at New York walks into Quebec, they banned fucking face coverings.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
You know?
Canada, no. What are you
French,
doing?
no. Fucking French Canadians and Poland are the heroes of the West right now. Oh yeah, baby.
You know, you can just walk up to the border with a sign that just has numbers on it, because in the West, numbers are Arabic.
Yeah.
It's an Arabic script.
Yeah, they're Arabic numerals. Oh, that is drier than that Scottish baseball joke.
So, Scoob, do you want to talk about November 4th?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, they're playing the reenactment of the Bolshevik Revolution, these screwballs. So I'm going to go into Manhattan. I'm going to try to film some of this. I guess Sweeper, if he wants to come down, maybe take the day off from work, grab a couple of gyros.
Thank you for joining us, Pox. Scooby, let me fix something. It's not a cosplay. They're just reenactment. There's a difference between cosplay and reenactments.
Oh,
all right.
God,
Well,
okay, shit that I wander back into.
I'm
we're
saving
talking
you
about
from
the
a
4th of
very
November.
angry mob.
Well, there's going to be an angry mob there anyway. No, there are going to be people reenacting, but then there's going to be, there are going to be actual cosplayers. Trust me, you've never been to New York.
What is this?
There's
Wait,
going to be cosplayers.
November 4th, oh, the Scream at the Sky thing, right?
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Can I come and join the reenactment on the part of the Soviets? I'll bring my AK.
Nice.
It's going to be fun, though.
Hey, bonus points for anybody who dresses up in Kakistani gear and rees at the sky. November 4th, dude.
I'm going to be going dressed probably head to toe in all red, like Republican red. I got the red sweatpants and the red Nike Uptowns, and I got the red hoodie and the red bandana. I just hope I don't run into a couple of, Crips when I'm going in there, or they're going to shoot me. But
so if they're doing the Bolshevik Revolution, do they have like all their yarmulkes ready?
Dude, I don't see the communist thing working out well for these people. They won't make it as far as like Russian communism did, because at least those people were fit and healthy when they started. These people already are fucking either morbidly obese or look emaciated.
Body positive.
You know what the best part? You know what the best part about somebody trying to like overthrow like let alone like literally the most powerful nation in the world, but the best part of like anybody trying to throw over any nation is the fact that like all the men in your movement, the people who should be like the meat and muscle and like backbone of your like whole resistance, they're all on testosterone blockers. Like,
these guys look like they would. These guys look like they would pull a muscle trying to open a package of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, true.
And I know somebody that actually did.
Oh my god. So here's another funny one for you guys on the hashtag "You're a bad president." When your middle name is Hussein.
Oh.
So talking about the left in Yu-Gi-Oh cards, it brings a whole new meaning to the word trap card, right?
Oh, shots fired.
I was fucking around on Hero Forge the other day and made a trap demon. It looks hilarious. I'll see it. I'll post it in the Discord. You guys check it out later.
Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'd fuck Riley Dennis.
Sick man.
You're also Canadian, so there's that.
Yeah,
She
true.
needs it.
No, she doesn't. She's like Neon Fiona.
Look, he's just trying to prove that he's not transphobic, guys. Let's give him some slack.
Look, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Jeez, I say everybody has their price, but damn, your price is pretty low.
Hey, all I'm saying is that Riley Dennis probably sucks dick for sport.
No, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I'm not calling that guy a she. I'm not playing that fucking game. I'm done with it.
Yeah,
I've been playing.
You better fucking go full hog and cut your dick off before you get a she out of me.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously, I'm done playing the game with these people with their fucking pronouns. I actually, I think I caused one of them to have like a bit of a breakdown at the Dollar Tree by me because I just kept calling the guy. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? You know this, and the guy's actually wearing a name tag that says Jane, and he had fucking brassiere. But you know what? I grew up around this shit. I've been around it for 30 years. I remember when everyone used to dress in drag when I was a kid in the city. Hey, humor in these fucking people. I've had enough. I'm done. I'm not going to be rude to them. I'm not going to go out of my way, to fuck with them. But I'll be goddamned. Excuse me for using his name in vain, but you're not coming up to me. You're not going to wag your fucking finger in my face and tell me how I'm going to talk to you. Because you do that, I'm going to talk to you in a way you're not going to want. Yeah.
I look at it this way. If you don't have a beard and you claim you're a woman, I'll call you she. But I live in a country where not using the pronouns ze, zer, fucking gender neutral they, which is not singular, that's actually a fucking crime now.
Same in California.
No one's been prosecuted under this yet.
Give it time.
Exactly.
Exactly. Illegal here in the States in certain areas. There's a certain amendment that kind of protects this, and I'm waiting for someone to get prosecuted to use said amendment. Oh, it'd be great.
All I'm saying before I leave for the evening is buy stock and rope.
Yeah.
So here's another
rope
funny
stock is about to soar. I'm telling you.
Oh, I bet, man.
Here's another funny hashtag. You're a bad president. When you have a Marine holding an umbrella while looking at you, wanting to kill you because you're talking bad about the Marines.
Yeah.
Why didn't Obama have such a bad thing against the Marines and the Army and the rest of the military?
Colonialism and racism.
That was the perfect answer, Toxic. Oh my god.
They represent the patriarchy.
Exactly.
Maybe it was just because he was a slimy piece of shit. Can we just go that route?
He is.
It sounds,
really don't like
sounds
it.
good to me, man.
I do not like that, man.
Yes.
It's almost like when you send
every 5.
it's almost like when you send your army over to some country and they have to like fight against some people who are trying to kill them and stuff, and you're like, okay, I can get on board with this, freedom, hoorah, and all this other stuff. These are the enemies, and we're the good guys and stuff. But then you see them rolling up over the hill and like literally your jeeps and your tanks and using your weapons and shit against you, and then you're like, well, what the fuck's all this about? And you start to ask questions. It's like, oh yeah, Obama and Hillary, they kept signing all these orders, just leave all this equipment behind, air quote.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. It almost like might make you, I don't know, kind of start to think that maybe your government is saying
That's kind of a policy that's been long running, though.
right.
Yeah. No. The policy has been to destroy the equipment because it's cheaper to destroy it than bring it home.
Well, do you know what qualifies as destroyed? They break an axle.
Yep.
No, they don't even destroy it anymore. They just leave it. It's in the DNC leaks.
Yeah.
No, they don't even bury it. It's in the DNC leaks. They just leave it. They sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one for Reagan. Hashtag, you're a bad president once people forgot you because a certain president decided to sleep with his secretary.
Damn.
Low
It's
blow.
Pablo.
Low
Reagan was a
blow.
man. That's all that matters to me.
Did
Love
you guys
that
hear
man.
about Jimmy Carter coming out and like he didn't like praise Trump or anything, but he was like, yeah, Hillary was like a terrible terrible candidate, and like you guys are retarded. You need to lay off Trump and all this other type of shit.
Here's one that's basically saying that hashtag, you're bad president, and all you liberals are saying that this is Trump, but who is the one that decided to release a bunch of terrorists and let a Marine set in Mexican jail?
I wish my father was alive because I'd want to hear his opinion of Obama, because his opinion was
Nice mask, 6.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Nice.
That's creepy.
Oh, it's a bobblehead. Hell yeah.
My father always used to say one term wasn't good enough for Carter. They should have put him in front of a firing squad. So I can imagine what he would have said about Obama.
You know what bugs me about fucking Carter and Obama is they had a fair amount of potential, and then turned way too left.
Yeah.
The thing with Obama that I really didn't like when he was first going to elect is he straight up said he was going to try and get rid of the Second Amendment. He straight up and said that, and he damn tried his hardest. I think it was Texas that kept telling him nope, and then Wyoming made a law against the government touching any guns.
Obama should never have made it as high up as he did.
No,
he should have stayed at the state level. He should have been more involved with the civic part of things. That's where the man's strengths are. And I'm saying this as somebody who utterly despises the son of a bitch, but I'm still going to give him a fair shake and
for you,
mention what
Scoob.
his strengths were as a politician.
Just for you, Scooby.
Talk more, Sil.
I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna grow up.
There you go.
You could have Scooby just present me, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm still trying to learn how this damn thing works.
You're also not paying
let's not stop
attention.
playing with buttons now. Yeah. Well, it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning here by me, and I've been up since about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So
yeah, I was supposed to dip out at 11:45 to make a fucking video of my own. So,
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I thought Scooby would like that.
That is really
oh, you know what that makes me think of though? We should find a way to make a bobblehead of that poor girl at the original Berkeley, Milo Berkeley, where the Antifa really first went off. The girl who is wearing the red cap that says "Make Bitcoin great again," and she got pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 is now a bobblehead. If you guys haven't noticed that.
He's just bobbling away.
Jordan, get to the memes.
Dude, I'd like a Trickly Puff bobblehead. That would be great.
Oh, that'd be epic.
Or like a wind-up toy
who's
up in the arms. Do like the what was it? The metalhead wrestler guys. The headbangers. Do the headbanger thing.
Oh.
The head just goes nuts.
So, anybody was looking for proof that Michael was actually Michael?
Yeah, I've seen that picture a couple of times. Oh man!
Every time I see that, I'm reminded of that scene from Silence of the Lambs where the guys.
Would you fuck me?
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
God, that reminds me of Family Guy episode where, what's his name? The oldest son is doing that dance and Meg posts that where the whole school can see.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's quite a package there on Michelle Obama.
Yeah, Michael's kind of got a good thing, doesn't he? Granted, if I wanted to see a penis, I would go look for him.
Not quite 11-pound testicles, but that, damn.
Oh. No, but that's like 1.5 pounds.
That's 1.5 pounds a trap there.
Indeed, man.
And there's 1 minute left. Wow. Let's leave everybody with Michael's penis, shall we? I guess I left this stream with worse.
You know, I swear the past 9 years have been the most bizarre 9 years of my life. I'm really hoping that from here on out it gets a lot better. Because
Does anybody else see this and say the date's wrong? It shouldn't be 2016. It should be the year before Obama.
Yeah.
Year's wrong.
That's obviously a leftist meme.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
It even has hashtag liberal attached to it.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Did you find that on Occupy Democrats?
No, hashtag you're a bad president. I'm still going through it. There's a shit ton. And I'm finding some decent ones, actually.
Well, according to Snoop Dogg, it's, what is it? He said January 20th, 2017 is the second worst date in American history after 9/11, 2001.
Why? He's a fucking Republican capitalist. He doesn't even know it because he smokes weed.
Yeah. Well, let me just say for the record, as a New Yorker, Snoop Dogg can go fuck himself with a beach umbrella.
What? I agree. I agree, man.
Why would you use a beach umbrella like that? Get up to go get a glass of water, and that's what I come back to. Jesus Christ.
I think Fox was listening to the stream at the wrong time. Anyway.
Jordan, more memes.
Oh, we lost Porpoise. When did that happen?
Right
he did that a while ago.
Oh, okay. I went to get a drink.
So, Scoop, endings.
Yep.
It's top of the
Endings?
hour. Yeah, top of the hour.
Alrighty then. All right. Go ahead, everybody. Say your piece. We'll start it off. We're gonna go down the line. We're gonna start with Irving Twin.
I'm the angry drunk Canadian, Irving Twin, the only Irving Twin in existence. I'm on all that social media crap. Hit me up.
He says social media crap, and I actually literally pictured a pile of crap where people play social games on.
That's pretty much what it is.
All right, Pox.
I have fig stuck in my teeth. It's really annoying. Saying.
All right, Sweeper.
Chatelet.
Sweeper has no words.
Exactly.
Right. Sleeping.
Sylvanas.
In the words of the next 6 minutes, it's a trap.
And that does bring us actually to the next 6 minutes. 6.
Hi, I'm the next 6 minutes. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and racist glasses of milk. Yay!
And for the record, me and Six apparently changed roles.
Wow.
Yes, and I am Scooby331, and I want to thank everyone who's stayed with us for the entirety of the stream for staying with us for the entirety of this stream. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.
Shadow.
Bye. Bye.